Let's talk about something that's a little controversial and doesn't get covered in the artist and creative entrepreneur space, and that is money. We love talking about art, designing, materials, making, but when it actually comes to managing finances, it can feel a bit intimidating or overwhelming. I used to definitely be that person who kept all of my receipts in a bag and then plugged all of the numbers into spreadsheets and hoped for the best at tax time. But over the years, I've been building systems that are simple and stress-free and actually support my business growth. So in this video, I'm going to walk you exactly through how I manage my finances as an entrepreneur step by step. And a big part of that system is Xero, which has completely changed how I handle my money in my business. And that is why I'm happy to have partnered with Xero, who is the sponsor of this video. As creative entrepreneurs, money can sometimes feel like the last thing that we want to deal with. We'd rather be spending our time designing, making, or brainstorming our next project, right? But if you don't manage the money side of your business, it'll eventually manage you. I know when I first started out, I thought, as long as I'm bringing in money, I'm fine. But what I didn't realize that I was doing was I wasn't knowing exactly where my money was going, and that just caused a lot of stress over time. I'd have amazing months where income was flowing, but then the next month I'd actually feel like I was just scraping by, and I just constantly really wasn't in control, and I was in reaction mode instead of planning mode. And so what I've learned over the last 8 years of running Cactus Lady Creation, and those last 5 years I've been running it full time, is that good money management actually gives you true freedom. When you know what's going in, what's coming out, and how much you actually have to work with, you can make really clear decisions. This also helps you to have full confidence with pricing your pieces. You can know exactly what tools to invest in, and you can even pay yourself without guilt. The truth is that as creatives, we don't always have steady, predictable paychecks. Income can fluctuate, it can be seasonal or project-based or even client-based. And so that's why having a system in place is just really important. And Xero has really helped me a lot with this. It brings so many different moving parts in one place. And so instead of juggling spreadsheets or just guessing or having invoices everywhere, I can have a really clear picture of my finances at the moment. When I first started freelancing, I used to make invoices with a basic template that I found on Google, and then I'd export it as a PDF and email them to my clients. And half the time I'd actually lose time because I'd have to go back over emails and then in my notes and just figure out who hasn't paid me yet. And it just made me feel so disjointed and chaotic chasing money down. But Xero Invoices actually makes this so much easier. I can create professional looking invoices in minutes and send them directly to my clients. And I can even see when they've opened them up, and if they forgot to pay, I can send some really nice automatic reminders so that I don't have to play debt collector. And this one change alone really makes such a difference with how quickly I can get paid, and it allows me to be so much more organized. Running a creative business means expenses that add up really quickly. Yarn, supplies, software, subscriptions, marketing, even coffee shops that I like to work from. And as I mentioned earlier, I used to dump all of my receipts in a bag and try to remember to take photos of the receipt and then put them all in a folder on my desktop and write all the amounts down in spreadsheets. But now I actually have my bank account connected to Xero, so every expense automatically flows in. I don't have to sit down with a calculator or go line by line through bank statements at tax time. Everything's just right there. It's categorized and ready for me to review. And it really helps me save hours with organizing everything. And it helps me budget because I can see exactly where my money is going each month. This one's a game changer. When I was starting out, I mixed personal and business money all together, and it would make things so confusing, especially at tax time. I think I'd have extra cash to spend, but really that money needed to go to taxes or supplies. Now I keep things clean. All of my business income flows into my business account, and all of my expenses are tracked in Xero, and I can clearly see my profit. From there, I can decide how much I actually want to pay myself and how much to reinvest into the the business for supplies, booth fees, or subscriptions. And having that kind of clarity really means that I never feel guilty about paying myself because I know exactly what's safe to take out. So let's be honest, taxes are the part of business that creatives dread. I used to scramble every year trying to pull together receipts, bank statements, invoices, and it was always really stressful. But Xero makes taxes so much simpler because everything's tracked in real time. I can run reports that show my income, my expenses, and my profit at any moment. And when it's time to do taxes, I can just give my accountant access. They can log in, they can see all the data they need, and I don't have to stress that I missed something, and future me is glad that present me kept everything organized. And this is the part that really makes my business feel real, because in Xero, I can look at the dashboard, I can see everything at a glance, I can see how much money is coming in, how much is going out, and whether it's actually profitable that month. And it's easy as creatives to just focus on the next client, the next project, but when you can see the bigger picture, you can start to actually make better, smarter decisions. Like maybe I can finally invest in that new camera, or maybe I can put some money aside because it's a slower season coming up. Having that kind of visibility really gives me confidence with my business. All right, so if you're just getting started with managing your money as a creative entrepreneur, here are a few tips that have made the biggest difference for me. And these are simple, doable steps that can save you so much stress down the line. Open up a business bank account, even if your business is still small. When I mixed my personal and my business money together, it was really hard to know exactly what I had to work with. But keeping them separate makes things a lot simpler. And in Xero, it's even better because I can link my account directly. Every payment that comes in or goes out is clearly business related, so I don't have to untangle things later. Also, track in real time. You don't want to wait until tax season or until you're in panic mode. Trust me, future you will thank present you for keeping up with it. And with Xero, transactions come in automatically, so I don't have to manually type everything in. It means I can also quickly glance at my dashboard and know where I financially stand at the moment. Also, send invoices quickly. The sooner you send the invoice, the sooner you get paid. I know I used to actually delay invoicing because it was just another task to do and there were so many steps involved, but now I can knock it out literally in a minute with Xero, and I can even set up automatic reminders, and it feels so much more professional and helps me stay on top of my cash flow without any awkward email chases. Also, review everything monthly. Set aside a little bit of time at the end of each month or whenever you can to just check in. I'll usually make a cup of coffee, open my Xero dashboard, and just spend 30 minutes reviewing everything each week. I can look at how much came in and went out and whether I stayed within my budget, and it's quick and just keeps me from being surprised later. I've realized how important it is to build small habits that keep you in control, and with a tool like Xero, most of the heavy lifting is done for you. So you can spend less time stressing about finances and more time creating. So that's how I like to keep finances simple as a creative entrepreneur. And it also works for me, and Xero has really helped make it possible, and it takes away the stress of money management and frees me up to actually focus on the creative side of my business. And if you're ready to simplify your finances too, make sure to check out the link in the description box below for a special discount if you want to give Xero a try. Also, let me know in the comments below, what part of money management do you find the most challenging? And I'd also love to make more videos on this topic. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe, and also check out the Entrepreneur playlist next for more videos like this. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me in the next one.